Writing the critical analysis. Description, analysis, and interpretation. Putting it all together. In previous videos, we looked at each part of the critical analysis. The analysis is your persuasive argument. The description is your evidence within the argument. The interpretation is your point and the result of your analysis. We explored each step of the process during our examination of Gustave Caillebot's Le Pont de l'Europe, 1876. So we have all the parts. How can we put them together? There are various ways to organize your critical analysis. Just be sure that you have completed the description, analysis, and interpretation, and have all the information you need. What follows are some suggestions about how to organize your description, analysis, and interpretation into a successful critical analysis essay. Pause the video to read each essay on your own. Take a moment to think about each system of organization. Consider how these approaches might work for you. The easiest way to organize a critical analysis essay is to separate the tasks into paragraphs. In paragraph 1, describe the work of art. In paragraph 2, analyze the work of art. Conclude paragraph 2 with your interpretation. In other words, just do one thing at a time. Le Pont de l'Europe, 1876, by Gustave Caillebot, 1848 to 1894, depicts a scene in Paris. Parisians of different social classes cross the bridge above the train tracks of the Gare Saint-Lazare. In the middle ground, a well-dressed couple strolls toward the viewer, and a working-class fellow in a smock pauses to gaze over the edge of the bridge. In the foreground, a brown and white dog trots along. White clouds float in a brilliant blue sky. Bright sunshine casts shadows on the pavement. Caillebot, a member of the Impressionist group, has chosen his subject and style in keeping with realist ideals of modern painting. The naturalistic palette, loose rendering of clouds and sky and distinct shadows convey a feeling of pleasant weather and shifting light. The point of view is of someone also walking on the bridge. Caillebot uses the convergence of orthogonals to focus attention on the couple. He links them to the working-class fellow paused by the crisscross beams through the forward movement of the dog. Their posture and clothing contrast their social and economic classes. While the scene has the momentary quality of a snapshot, the composition is carefully calculated. In his painting, Le Pont de l'Europe, Caillebot has united academic design with realist subject matter, in keeping with the critic Charles Baudelaire's call for a painting of modern life. Or you can weave the tasks of the critical analysis together. Start with the conclusion and create an argument that proves the conclusion. First, state your interpretation. Argue the interpretation through analysis. Support the analysis at each step with description. In his painting Le Pont de l'Europe, 1876, Gustave Caillebot, 1848 to 1894, united academic design with realist subject matter and a sense of the transient, in keeping with critic Charles Baudelaire's call for a painting of modern life. The scene has the momentary quality of a snapshot. Parisians of contrasting social classes, identifiable by their clothing, a top hat for the gentleman, a smock for the working man, cross the bridge above the train tracks of the Gare Saint-Lazare. Caillebot shows his allegiance to the realist ideals of the Impressionists through a naturalistic palette of blues, creams, and beiges, and loose brushwork that convey the optical perception of light and atmosphere. Despite the serendipitous quality of the scene, the composition is carefully planned. The convergence of orthogonals, formed by the pavement and bridge, focus attention on the well-dressed couple in the middle ground. The same lines connect the couple to the working-class fellow who pauses to gaze over the edge of the bridge. The motion of the brown and white dog as it trots toward them moves the viewer's attention from one figure to the next. This matter-of-fact, objective image both captures the moment as the artist sees it and opens the scene to any number of responses from the viewer. Should you add an introductory paragraph? If your essay needs more of an introduction, consider opening it with a short expository paragraph that sets the context. Here are suggestions for details that could be included in such a paragraph. A little bit of Caillebott's biography, information about the art movement he represents, some facts about this painting, medium, size, and the collection where it can be seen. Choose information for your introduction that is important to you and will help the reader understand your critical analysis. Organization of the critical analysis is up to you, the writer. What matters is that your overall structure and the sequence of sentences in each paragraph make sense. Reminders. Start each paragraph with a strong topic sentence that presents the main idea in that paragraph. Edit your essay to ensure that all elements of the analysis are supported by description of details from the work. Edit your essay to make sure you are not describing a lot of details you don't need for your analysis. Use your spell check early, often, and always at the end. This video concludes the series on how to write a critical analysis. Look for additional videos on how to write a comparative critical analysis, how to compare two or more works in the context of a critical analysis, and how to write an iconographical analysis, how to analyze and interpret symbolism in a work of art. Keep looking at art and keep writing.